Hello everyone, welcome to the Monster Campaign. I'm your host Nitsify. Welcome to the Lost Shipyard. We have a little co-host with me today, also a player. Who would have guessed? It's the only person in the campaign. We have Count Dragos, played by Acrid.
Alright.
Yeah, quick little reminder for those who may have missed this. I don't know why they would have missed this, or maybe you just didn't watch that episode. Maybe you suck. Maybe you don't. I can't tell. Never met you before. But in the last episode, in case you might not remember, they essentially went to go and meet up. If I remember correctly, you guys went to go find, what? Right, you guys went to go look for a monster, right? Yeah, you went to go look for the night vines. You guys went down the mountain, went to go meet with the night vines. You also learned a bunch of, things about the town and how it's progressing. And you guys went for the night vines because you needed a druidic-based monster to evolve, because the one thing that's kind of struggling right now in your town is, well, food growth. Kind of needed, kind of required. But you guys are
Also,
starting
I
to make
went for
steady
the
progress.
Smiling Man.
Yeah, you're working for the Smiling Man, that's the thing. You kind of got like a weird alliance. He did give you a mask you can just put on somebody. You also absolutely obliterated, and almost got obliterated by a monster hunter. Besides that, you guys started making your way back up after running into a goblin, giving heavy chase. Really, you were the Count Dragos was the only person keeping up in the chase. And, you managed to get a letter through a bunch of charades. You managed to get a letter to the goblin, and hopefully they take it to the camp. Hopefully.
I met the DC for him to understand.
Yep.
So
That is a good thing. That is definitely a good thing that you did. Also, right on cue, Rena just got kicked out of my mom's room, and now my cat is with me. Hello, Rena.
I was really hoping there would be a meow.
No, yeah, she was silently kicked out. Very, very silent cat. She's walked up to me with beady, eyes. Not beady eyes. She went to, this big old bulbous eyes. She did, the puppy dog eyes. Now she's on my lap.
I was hoping when you said hi, Rena, there was a little meow, but no.
Dude, I was hoping. You can only hope, man, you know? Sadly, she just not
Rena.
do that.
Yeah, Rena never fucking cooperates. Moving on.
Not very often. I love her to bits, but she is an absolute hazard. Oh god. But that being said, we're gonna get back into the campaign. We ended off when you guys were making your way back up the mountain after doing the travel of getting the night vines. They said they'd meet up with you the next day at the base because they had to go get their fellow people. That was a trip, getting to meet the night vines. There was at the time what you thought to be 4, so who knows how many they'll actually come back with. But
Dude,
yeah,
it was the most. The Nightvine guy was trying so damn hard
to keep peace.
to get. Also, for me to trip and fall.
Oh, that one, different one. Yeah, there was the one trying to get you to touch the shroom really badly. There was the other one yelling at him, and then there was the one just going, "Hey, let's tone it down a bit."
Yeah, and then just the rogue walking up going, "Shut the fuck up."
Yup. Yeah, essentially.
It's the most you see, normally when they go martial, they go barbarian. This one guy.
It's that thing of for those who may not remember, all the night vines were talkative, except that one. He never said a word. The one thing that y'all picked up from was that is that when the other guy wouldn't stop talking, he walked up and bashed him and then walked back off. Oh god. But yeah, that is where we ended it off. So
we love when an allied shroom goes from full health to unconscious in a single hit.
Oh man, by the way, I actually have the monster sheets made for them. Do you want to know what they can actually do as monsters?
Sure.
Alright, like type in night vine, I can get you the answer. Night vines. So night vines, they have,
Mm-hmm.
trait-wise, they have a thing called intelligent armor, where they crave knowledge and intelligence for multiple reasons. Besides being bestowed with the witch's curiosity, the leaf cloak they sew to make as a cloak will begin to harden with their intelligence modifier. So each time their intelligence modifier goes up by one, so does their AC. Glow of mana. Night vines can put out a 10-foot dim glow of yellow light from their bodies during nighttime. Since they're nocturnal, they can use this as a way to lure travelers as well as enemies into their traps. And nature's healing parasite. Night vines do not require food nor sunlight, as they will instead latch onto the plant life around them. Once they latch onto a plant, they will drain its life force, causing it to rapidly decompose, as that's actually what some mushrooms do. They will then release a surge of radiant healing magic created from some of the nutrients received from the plant into the plant. This radiant magic doesn't just nurse the plant back to a healthy state, but even helps it surpass its past health. So night vines mainly latch onto old or unhealthy plants because of this ability. So in a weird way, they take, but then they give more than what they take to the plants. Action-wise, they have Shining Missile and Bouncy Tackle. Shining Missile, the Night Vine becomes bouncing up and down as a tiny little needle conjures within the air and launches at a target of its choice. The attack is guaranteed to hit as long as they can see the target. It has a range of 30 feet. It deals 1 radiant damage, and it causes the enemy to release a 5-foot glow for 2 turns. So it is the bane of a rogue. Bouncy Tackle.
That is the pettiest. Just boop.
Is there goofy little way of doing magic missile, but it's funny.
But they don't even get the D4. They just get a 1.
They just get 1 damage. They don't even get a roll for it. And then they Bouncy Tackle. The Night Vine launches itself at a target and attempts to slam its head into the target body like an arrow. Basically using its head like an arrow. The tackle has a +4 to hit. On a hit, the Night Vine deals 1d4, aka 2, if you don't want to roll as a DM, bludgeoning damage, and bounces 5 feet back away from the hit target without proccing opportunity of attack. So they manage to basically always stay out of range. You always have to move forward towards them in order to attack them, because they always stay at least 5 feet out of range. Then Vine Blindfold. Night Vine conjures and manipulates a vine that forms near its target. This is a bonus action. It can conjure this within 30 feet away. The vine is used to attempt to cover the target's eyes, blinding them. The target must roll a DC 14 strength save. On a fail, the target is blinded by the vine. And each turn that they stay blinded by the vine, they have to roll a con save. On a failed save, their intelligence score drops by 1, as the Night Vine saps it from the victim's intelligence, and their intelligence goes up by 1. So remember that whole cloak thing about the intelligent armor? They could just keep draining your intelligence and keep boosting up their intelligence score by 1. So as their intelligence score is going up by 1, so is their AC.
So, does that person's intelligence come back?
Yeah, it's temporary. So this is the funny thing about Night Vines, right? If they kill the person, they keep that intelligence. If they don't kill them, then it's just a temporary loss. The person will gain their intelligence back 1 intel per day. So it's not immediate, but they slowly get it back. And then lastly, they have a reaction called Spore Clouds. This reaction can only be used once a day. If struck by a melee attack, the Night Vine may release a cloud of spores that covers anything within 5 feet of them. Anyone in the radius of the spores must roll a wisdom save or become blinded for a day. As the spores cause the face of the victims to swell up, eyelids included. The swelling causes the victims to be unable to see.
It might also mute somebody.
Yeah, it could definitely mute a person. Or at the very least, it would make it obscenely hard to talk. Oh, man.
Bitch.
But yeah. So there you go.
What a little bastard, dude.
They're little goofballs. Their whole thing is like less of I do damage and more of I do status.
I'm the thing called annoy.
Dude.
Hi.
The scary thing about these things is that because they actively heal plant life, they're not commonly, but when they are found making alliances with monsters, they typically make alliances with things like treants. Because the treants have the power to protect them. Meanwhile, they're healing the treants, and they're doing status effects to the enemy.
Hey, do you know any treants, little guys?
You probably could have. They might know some, honestly.
Oh, dude. Fucking God. The people on this island are about to get fucked up once I'm strong enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. But, yeah. That is where we ended off. So you guys would start heading up the mountain. I'll roll see if you guys get any random encounters for today on your way up to the mountain, up to your base.
I think you rolled for one.
Oh, yes. No, I did. I actually do know the outcome. What did I write down? Let me see.
Something.
Right. Okay.
I think it was positive, if I remember right.
I remember what it is. So here's the thing: you're gonna.
I was never told.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave you on a cliffhanger without you seeing it yet. Duh.
Bitch ass.
What? What was it? Why you being like this, man? Why? So.
When have I changed? You know, when have?
So you start making your way up. You start making your way
Uh-huh.
up. You know what you do what you normally do,
Yep.
and you would start to see a herd of
Fuck you mean
herd.
herd?
Yeah, a herd of what looks to be kind of big sheep, like kind of big rams.
Oh
But
fuck!
they don't-
It's the snow goats.
No, hold up. No, rams are not goats. They're sheep. Those are mountain sheep. They're very different. Those are very different. But
I know which ones are here. I just call them snow goats because I don't remember what their names are.
man, so you would recognize these, yes, because these were
Snowtail.
things I told you about in DMs. Because you want to know
Yes.
about some possible Velva things, so it's just something that you asked on the side. So you learned about Asterlings, Snowtails, Night Vines, and Soul Broods, and lastly, Bubblebee. Those were the things that you learned about from the male Latimeria in DMs that wasn't mentioned onto the podcast. Now, Night Vines were the mushroom people. You had the Snowtails, which were rams that could be found in the mountains. Asterlings are swamp-based bat-like creatures. Soul Broods are mountainous, like, basically just better timber wolves. And then Bubblebees are, like, found in forest lakes and shorelines. They're like little squirrel chipmunk little guys that use lily pads.
And they
But-
drown people.
Yeah, I
That's
remember.
something else.
No, wait, hold up. No, that doesn't sound right. Let's see. They make lily pads to small candles and pushing them into the dark waters. This might seem random, but they use it as an alarm system. They seem relative. I didn't write anything about them killing. In fact, everything I wrote about them to you was specifically just them having alert systems and being insanely like crafty about getting away from threats.
Okay, sorry, no, there was something else that just liked to drown people. That was like mentioned by the Latimeria.
So I don't think it was by the male Latimer. I'm double checking. It wasn't by the
I think it was
male
in
Latimer. It
session.
was by Heis. Yeah, it had to been in session, so it was probably by Heisis. It was probably for the. Or yeah, it might have been in session. It might have been in session. You are right. We've mentioned a lot of monsters.
different things.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things you've
Yeah.
learned when it comes to monsters and stuff. But yeah. So, you would see, and I'm gonna send you a picture. Even though you can already know what it looks like from before, but in case you may have forgotten, you'd find a herd of like 7 snowtails. Which are.
Why?
What do you mean why? It's because they get the game. So
I
they're
said,
these-
oh hi.
Oh, okay. For those who don't know, for, the non-visual people, there are these massive white, like, sheep that stand around 6 feet in height. Mountain sheep, so that means they have the ram-like horns. And then the funny thing about these ones is that they grow a bit of cotton. They grow like this really, like, fluff, almost snowy cotton with how it feels. It feels like snow. like to the touch. But like a bit of it around like where the face is at, where it goes around the ears, where if you were a person, you would have hair there. The wool grows out like bangs. They go down to like almost down to like where the legs begin. And they have these like blue talisman that grow and hang off those like one off each bang, and then they even grow some like talisman onto their horns, and even like underneath their neck. They have these like yellow like eyes. Yeah. So you say, "Oh hi."
I feel like Dragos, who is luckily not exhausted from having to chase that fucking goblin.
Yeah.
It definitely is like he sees them and it's the most like his brain is slowly registering like, wait a minute. Wait, no, that's the guys. That's the ones I wanted to recruit. Holy shit, wait a minute, no, come back. Like, it definitely takes him a moment where he sees them, he's like, huh, Rams. Wait
a second. Yeah, you can see they're like actively, like there's this one singular bush that is like up here. They're like all congregated around this bush, like just slowly tearing off the leaves, like, this is food. This is my food.
Yeah.
Now, things that you do know about them is that they can easily tread across the mountain without a problem. They have immunity to bludgeoning or resistance to fire, and they can heal from cold damage. They're also known that essentially when they're hit with cold, they can essentially just choose to absorb the cold damage and heal from it. It's like a once a day thing. Granted, when they evolve, if they keep that ability, it would probably become less of once a day to more of by proficiency, like modifier. They're known to be somewhat temperamental and moody, but relatively intelligent. The talisman that form from their body, basically it uses the wool from their body to form the talisman. Kind of like how the hoo-hoos would use the plant life growing on their hat to form the talisman. So it's kind of a similar thought process. But basically, their talisman isn't as strong as the hoo-hoos, where like the hoo-hoos, their talisman would fully block an attack, like completely. Whereas their talisman just reduces the damage dealt, but their talisman can be applied to any damage type. Hoo-hoos, it had to be a projectile. With the snowtails, it's any type of attack. So, you know, they have possibility of being pretty good tanks or just straight up just high intel. They have a lot of well-roundedness to them, so.
Well, we get groceries.
Oh, yeah.
Close tomorrow.
Oh, they close tomorrow? Oh, right. Yeah, that would make sense. All right. I'll see ya. My mom just told me that she's heading out because apparently we didn't even think about this. The grocery store is going to close tomorrow because of Easter. So, she's going to go grab groceries.
You know what?
Smart. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, no, you can see them. They're just kind of congregated around. You can see one's kind of looking around, like, while the others are eating, like, alright, anybody try some shit? Send you spiraling down the mountain like a snowball. Try me.
Alright, I'm guessing that's the leader?
Who knows?
I'm gonna walk towards them.
Alright, you walk towards them.
I'm gonna stop like 30 feet away again, because I ain't about getting run over.
Yeah, you know, that's fair. You don't want to get rammed?
No.
Damn it.
I'm good. I don't have strength.
Damn, sounds like a you problem. That's fair.
It sounds like you a dumb...
What the fuck? What did I do to you?
Just the immediate, you sound like a dumbass.
Oh, man. Okay, but yeah.
Again, with the fucking type of conversations that people would be like, there's no way these two are friends.
No frickin' way. Oh god. Yeah.
Dragos would say in Monster just, hello there.
You'd see those like black slits. Because they don't have like the normal like one black slit for a pupil. They have like a double black slit for like pupils. And you see those slits narrow. And you just hear them go, oh. What do you want?
I'm sorry. I can't fucking get over the way they talk.
I mean, like, it's like a fucking Jeep. That's all I was like, yeah, sure.
Dude, Dragos, buddy, you have not heard a funny voice like this in a minute. How you feeling, boy? Alright, cool. You're not gonna laugh. Good. Cool. It's almost like to him, he's like, alright, this checks. To me, I'm sitting here, I'm like, that's fucking funny.
Oh my god. I would have mentioned this thing replies, and you see all of them turn around and stare.
Oh, what's up, bitches? Hi.
Alright,
Fucking-
so you see one of them look to the camera and narrow his eyelids. With a fucking squint of like, I fucking see you.
You shut the fuck up, you get a little shit.
Oh god.
I'll turn all of you into bacon.
What the fuck? No, that's fucking pigs, dude.
I know, so I said that. Graham bacon.
What the hell? I would have mentioned all of them have these slitted eyes, and there's like this one, like, slightly bigger than the rest snowtail that has these just, it's the complete opposite of, instead of like the slitted tiny eyes, they're the fucking, like, I'm gonna send a gif. They have these like the massive cat eyes. Like, all of them have pupils, like the slitted pupils, and you see this one, like, almost all of the eye is just a big round pupil on both, like.
Oh. Dude, neither of which are correct for goats, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's ram. What do ram eyes look like? That's the thing, because rams are the things that we're dealing with here, not goats. Ram eyes. Rams are still pretty similar too. Rams also kind of have that like horizontal slit rather than the vertical slit.
Vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
So they're still
it
wrong.
exists.
Now, hold up. Now I am seeing that there are some rams that do have kind of more that circular one, but even then it's still more of like a horizontal oval. So even then it's like, yeah, no.
We love incorrect creatures.
We love incorrect. I mean, granted, it's a Bilbo creature. What do you expect?
Yeah, of course it'd be predatory. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like all the predatory except that one fucking snowtail.
Yeah.
Probably why they're eating the grass, like the bush, because they're like, all right, we need. God, why do you have to be vegan? Guess we're eating leaves.
Bro, the one monster I willingly sacrificed because I'm like, you're not needed. It's okay if you die.
Hey.
Charge headlong into that defense barrack. I want to see what happens.
Oh man.
Dude, I want to see what happens. Just trying to see if there's landmines or anything, even though I know there shouldn't be.
Dude. It's fucked up. Fucked up.
Oh well. Moving on. I would strike. I'm sorry. The fucking sheep sound really threw my brain for a loop.
Nah, you're good.
boy.
You're good.
Yeah, just you know, Alright, dude. The fucking what you want?
What you
Really
want? What?
I'm sorry, that shit threw me for a loop, and I don't know why.
Oh,
I know
God.
why. 4 hours of sleep done fucked up my fucking humor.
Probably. Oh, God.
God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Dude. Fucking please, let me speak. Oh my god. Dragos would look at them. He goes, God damn it. Fuck.
I've really done it to you this time, man.
Yeah, no, normally, I normally can fight through anything I find funny and I can keep moving. Apparently not this time. Fucking, the fucking rail. What do you want?
What do you
Fucking,
God.
God damn it, I'm sorry.
No,
Alright.
you're good.
Dragos would look at you, he was like, I have a proposition that'll keep your herd safe. And also help me as well.
You would see all of them narrow their eyes. And you'd see a one that's near the bush to the right just go, are you threatening our herd? Who is going to attack our herd?
I'm not. No, not me. No. Like, he fucking, like, no.
Oh, man.
Not me.
Like, Countess Mistress and Sugar are just like right behind you, and you're finally starting to hear the of the tree line.
Oh, hi, you got here. Good to see you. God, I've been
We need
alone.
stairs. Swear, boss, I'm normally not this winded. It's normally not the case.
We need to do something about your back. Alright, anyways.
Yeah.
Dude, he literally just sits there like he looks at them and this is the most just flicks his head. We need to do something about this. Flicks his head back like, alright.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, he would just go, no, I'm not threatening your herd. But I know the humans and their cities will eventually be threatening your herd.
What gives you evidence for such accusations?
A Lupin chucked a bunch of bombs at a bunch of monsters I'm working with. Just twisting the fucking Monster Hunter's self-defense quest into an assault and battery charge.
Dude. Painting like as if he's actively just hunting monsters type of thing. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. You can roll a persuasion check for that, sure.
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's not a bad argument. That's why I'm like, yeah, you can roll a persuasion check for that.
I'm also technically not wrong. It's just an incorrect view of the events that occurred.
Yeah.
We were defending our home, so he dropped a bunch of bombs on us.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Dirty 16. I rolled a natural 11.
Okay, you see one of them go, yeah, fuck that. That's not okay. And then you see another one, like, look over at it. And you see it look back at them and go, like, you see that, like, confident, like, head shake, stop, and go, like, They're both like, oh, that nobody else is agreeing? Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, you just see one of them just go, well, we need a little bit more proof than that. there might be a reason for the monster hunter's intent.
Well, you were created by the witch, right? Vilma.
Yes.
We have 2 others of hers recruited.
They kind of like cock an eyebrow. If they could.
It's a heavy head rotate.
Yeah, the heavy head rotate. You feel that if they could, if they had eyebrows, they would.
Yeah, let's see what's go. We've recruited over 30 hoo-hoos.
They gotta give each other like uh-huh. Like they kinda like look over at each other like, okay, 30 hoo-hoos. Alright, remember that.
And night vines.
Okay. How many night vines?
Or unsure. They're going to be meeting us shortly.
Okay.
I also have the power to evolve monsters into being no longer monsters, similar to myself.
They kind of give each other that look of like, alright. Roll one more persuasion check.
Okay. I'd like to recruit them.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not getting much to work off of fucking Ram personalities. I don't know what to fucking bounce off of to try and convince them.
That's fair.
It's like I'm kind of just throwing darts at the wall and seeing what sticks.
There's that thing of like they're like moody, temperamental people. So it's that weird like you've got to figure out that mix in between for them.
19. That's a dirty
19.
14 for me.
Okay, you see half of them like certain nine. They're like yeah, and you see that one with the big eyes. Go like,
oh my god.
So like, is there food?
Yes, there's plenty of food. You won't go hungry.
I'm in.
Okay, cool. At least I got that one.
You see those just slowly just look to each other, like just start talking to each other, like, all right, what we doing here? You see them like huddle up like a fucking group huddle, quote unquote. It's really just them pressing their faces against each other because it's the best they can do because they're sheep. You see them start whispering.
Bro, this is the most tactical huddle.
Yeah. You can see one of them like a bunch of them like huddle like just stand still, and there's that one that just kind of like sways side to side every now and then, just kind of like swaying their hips like yeah, like, and you just see them turn to you and just go, all right, we're in.
Great, follow me.
Alright.
If there's any more of your kind that want to you can help get joined, they can join us.
You see them look at you, look to each other, and scream.
Oh my god, my ears.
And you just see them look back and you just go, they'll be coming.
Bro, I'm sitting here now going, alright, either there's a stampede of death, or it's like 5 goats.
You can actively see like there's like one more like snow tail like over an edge that's like 30 minutes away, like poke its head up, look around, and spot you guys, and just you see it like basically like look over, look down to see how far the drop of the cliff is, look back over, jump down the cliff. It'll be making its way to you guys eventually.
God damn.
Oh god.
So how many do we have?
So you had 7, you just saw one hop over, so it's gonna make its way over to you and just be a little bit behind. So that right now you have 8.
Fucking men.
Heck yeah. Oh man. Yeah, dude. You now have 8 Snowtail onto your team. Hell yeah. Okay, so...
And then we'll keep heading back. Can I... How many night vine do I have?
The Nightbite said they'd get to you by like the next day because they have to actually show up.
Okay.
And yeah. So the Nightbite will be able to show up. You guys will probably basically see them show up like early morning of the next day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you can get Snowtail in. It's starting to get a little bit cramped in these ruins because y'all don't have enough housing right now. Because housing takes time. They are actively working on a massive lodging house from what you've seen. The Druster and the Ubagabi. But unless you want some other... Right now, a lot of other races are just doing other things. But if you want, you could deviate some of the work onto there. Like, because, like, right now, the Folicites, they're working on the mines. They're working on getting the ores ready to go.
That's needed.
Yeah, it is very much needed. The problem is that right now you're having the thing that a lot of your monsters are still just monsters. So a lot of them can't do that heavy physical labor right now. The only ones that can actually do heavy physical labor that are still monster-like is the Ubagabi. Because they can create the tar hands.
Yeah.
The Elfies are actually starting to get a bit of use. Because in construction-wise, where they're not being used as lookouts, they're basically being used to, like, create zero gravity onto the, like, heavy pieces of, like, stone and, like, stuff used to make the buildings. And so that way they can just easily lift it up when they're doing things like roofing and high areas on walls. So they are actually getting some use.
Hell yeah.
And the Obo they're busy with agriculture. They're busy trying to make this trench from the pond into the town. Which they're almost
Irrigation,
done.
motherfucker.
Yeah, irrigation. They're almost done. It's that weird thing of, like, they're having to figure out a way to get the water flow to work properly. While also, they gotta make sure that the water isn't just gonna dry up eventually. So it's that weird thing where they're sitting here like, how do we get the water to not dry up because the plants are soaking it up? This isn't infinite. This is a finite water source. Because there's no water creatures to constantly make the water reappear and reform. And there's no natural cause that would lead to it to continue to just gain water.
Unless there's a spring, but I don't know what's caused this lake to be here.
Yeah, it's that weird thing that they're trying to figure out, like, is there a spring? How'd the water get here to begin with? What caused the lake? How finite is this? Do we need to figure something out type of thing? They're really like, God, what the fuck is going on with this fucking pond? It's not a lake, it's a pond. Lakes are way bigger.
Bro, where's the Merc Seekers? I don't even think the Merc Seekers will be able to help us.
The Merc Seekers should be arriving on the next day, the next morning. So, but again, they can't get on land right now because they aren't evolved. So,
yeah, I need to kill something. I know that.
Yeah.
I also gotta check my fucking how many murders.
Yeah, so yeah, you go into the murder area, right? You go to you get back, you check on the ruins, everybody says hi to you. Like, all, 30 Latimeria in the one Latimere look all to you and they all say hi. Everybody says hi, hello. The Snowtails give the most arrogant and cocky, introductions to the other people, the fucking, I am better than you type of, fucking bow down to me. It's, the most, okay, chill. First of all, chill.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. Dragos is just gonna, I'm not gonna do anything about it. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. It's not worth it. It's not worth a murder charge.
Yeah, you see Snowtail come in, all cocky, and you see, they start, immediately clashing with the Druster a bit, hey, you fucking cut that shit out. You see the freaking big eye one guy, hey, it's all good. What do you mean it's all? No, they fucking insulted. No, they're stupid. It's that weird thing of, all of them are, weirdly, moody and temperamental hostile, and then the one with the big eyes is the most, friendly, hi.
Alright, I like you now.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
You get the
God
vibe.
damn it.
They'll probably be the one keeping the peace.
Thank God. I will just off the rest of them. They don't get their shit together.
Fair.
I might. God, do I even want to evolve?
I mean, they would be really useful, but
Also, I did evolve another Vilva monster, so I wonder. I don't know if I'm gonna get fucking backhanded by Vilva. So.
I don't know.
Cause I remember when I evolved the fucking the hoo-hoos, there was a thing from Vilva on that.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably offer it to you whenever you do a Velva-based monster. They'll probably look to you like, "Do you want to give a race a blessing? You want?" So, but,
Ubagabi are gonna get blessed. Poor bastards. All right. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So yeah, you can go check the kill counter. It says that you need to kill 3 people for the next level up.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine, probably. Don't worry about it. But yeah. Oh, dude. Okay, yeah. So, the next day would go by, unless there's anything that you want to do specifically before you start wrapping up for that night.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Fuck, I needed one more for a level up. Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
I need one more monster for a level up.
Almost there, man. Almost there.
God, fuck that. The male Adamiria's fucking name. I'll get it eventually.
Sir
maybe.
Festifus.
Moving. Brother.
You can also just call him Fess. Sir Fess.
Fess. Hey, bud. Hey, sir.
What's up, man? What's up, big guy? Oh, man.
Dude. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, God, there's so many different things I need to evolve. Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so you would, you'd get to the next day. And you can see, like, you'd wake up, you know, and you can hear, like, some talk, like, going on in the town. And, you can hear just up in the doorway, just, like, you can hear, like, Count Urzog, just, like, talking, like, "Who the fuck are you? We are the Night Vines? You can let us in? No, I don't know who the fuck you are."
I'm getting up, I'm walking out. Like, it is the most, like, Dragos gets up with, like, it's ready, opens the door, like, no, I invited them, they're good.
Yeah. You see the trailer's, like, trying to get his attention, like, hey. She looks tired. She looks like she had, like, bags under her eyes. But, like, she's like, hey, no, Count Earth, would you listen? Hey, dipshit. He's just, like, not listening because he's just so into this, like, argument with this, like, Nightbine, who is very calmly, may I add, like, just being like, no, I was invited. I've said my name, like, 4 times. I am a Nightvine. I was invited. And you see that one, the angry one from before. Like, you see she's starting to get that, like, anger. Like, that, like, you see she's trying to hold back, but there's that, like, active, like, give her, like, 1 or 2 more minutes and she might fucking blow a fuse.
Alright, I'm gonna dude, Dragos is like, it's the thing of, like, Dragos is, like, rubbing his eyes as he walks up, like, fucking, I'm thick, I do slash thick on situation.
Yeah, dude, I want to mention, you're, like, walking up and you can see in the corner is Countess Mistis, who is just, like, she's just chanting very quietly, shaking her hand up and down, fight. It's like, you know, the
Dragos.
person that could be like, hey, no, I'm also a countess. We're of same rank to Urzog. Hey, buddy, he's with us. And she's like, she's instigating this shit.
Dude, Drago is gonna stop all of this bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
He's gonna halt. He's like, no, Urzog, they're supposed to be here.
They are?
Yes, I invited them.
Alright. Sorry, bud. I just...
No, you're...
With the
You're
monster hunters coming by, I didn't know. Sorry, little buddy. He just, like, he gets out of the way of the night vine.
Dude, the Night Vines also, as far as I'm aware, there's a pre-prepped evolution the second they step through that doorway.
Yeah.
So weirdly enough, he
Yep.
stalled them from evolving unknowingly.
Because if I remember correctly, you were holding off on using your current evolution thing for them, right? If I remember right?
Yeah, because I need
Yeah.
druids. I need
Yeah,
a
so
druid.
you see the guy take a singular step into the village. By the way, you now realize you have a total of 15 night vines.
Oh, thank the gods.
Yeah. You see the
We
second...
have druids. They can probably make water.
Yeah. You see the second he takes a step in, just like a fucking bright light blinds everybody. Because that's how the evolution works. As you see it go from like this tiny little bright light, just like shaping over his body, that just fucking grows in size. And he goes from being an inch tall, because that's how big a night vine is on average, to being like 5'6" in height. And you see, I'm sending a picture now, this like...
That is in Robin Harbor.
Oh, well, my bad. I'll move it over, but you can look at it for now. You can see this man with a blue nightcap, like, built into his head. He looks human, quote unquote. You know, like, how, like, there's, like, you know, that little fuzzy stuff that mushroom have, like, on the underneath of their cap? Basically,
Yeah.
that grows from, like, near where his head is originally located, and growing out is just, like, blue roots that kind of form a quote unquote hair. But you can see his like bright blue glowing eyes. Yeah, he probably could claim to be a mycelium, which is a funny hat.
I
Yeah.
know, like, that's literally what the roots are called.
Oh yeah, no, but that's so funny because if we literally have a root, that was
Yeah,
not
no,
on
that's
purpose.
that's why I was so confused when you named the fucking slug people mycelium. I was like, that's a mushroom thing, but
That's funny. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, pretty chiseled face. I want to mention this guy came. All the night vines came here with clothes that they took from like adventurers that they bullied in the past. So he just like kind of gets it on. He just like very quickly probably puts it on like while the light's still going. Like, all right, time to speed put this shit on. I'm not trying to flash anybody. But he puts on this like leather strap over this like sleeveless like turtleneck like armor set because it looks like it's not just like, you know, just normal cloth. It looks like it has some a little bit of durability to it. Probably like it could take some slashes. Not like proper armor, but more just like leather armor in a way. Except the arms are very much exposed. He's fairly well built though. He's like a triangle in body shape, if that makes sense. Where he's got like a lot more going upper body than the lower body. The lower body's a little more on the skinny side. But he has these like dark brown leather pants with his more like aquatic, very dark blue aquatic, like, you know, like sweater with no sleeves, essentially. And he already has like a little staff. He has this like wooden druidic staff that has like a mushroom sprouting out of it. These are like blue mushrooms sprouting out of it. And lastly, it looks like he did equip himself with at least like a satchel bag and like a brown belt to go around his waist. And you see that little thing sticking out from underneath his belt that kind of looks like a little like handle or something, but there's like nothing for it to attach to. Essentially, he would pull that, and you would see like where there's supposed to be probably like a hand axe's blade. You would see the second he grabs onto it, hand axe like forms on it. So like the blade forms onto it, like the wood basically just sprouts out. As you would see him transform. And it's not shortly after that the lady would step in, and then all the like more like random ones would just step in. So the random ones obviously we won't get because that'd have to be like 15 different images I'd need for all these people. But you did say you wanted like co-captain people for like this group of race.
Yeah, because it's the most like I need someone who's willing to murder
Yeah. It's
and
someone to
someone
keep the
who
peace.
won't.
Yeah, you bring in the idea that the guy doesn't seem like the one to murder.
Yeah, alright.
Meanwhile, the woman coming in is a velvet creature. You see her walking
That's
with
still in Rubbin Harbor.
Fuck! hold on. We're just gonna
Still need to switch both of them.
Hold on. I got this. I put this in the wrong channel, everybody. I put it in the wrong spot.
That's why I'm yelling at you.
Yeah, I know. So I'm picking. You can see this later with a yellow mushroom cap growing out of her head with this like more yellow hair. These things are originally all yellow, so it looks like when they evolved, they gained like some variety in their color. But this like yellow hair kind of sprouting out, aka the roots kind of sprouting out like hair. Hers is a lot shorter. The guy's was long. It went down to his shoulders. Hers is like barely past the ear. But she has these red eyes. And unlike the guy who seems a lot more calm, neutral face, she's got that, like, angry motherfucker face on her. She's a little bit more just built, just curvy, voluptuous, and just straight up, I'm gonna be real, that's all fucking muscle. All that leg, that is all muscle. She's the brute. She's the brute of the group. She brought a fucking armor that looks like when she evolved, she probably used the magic from the evolution to, like, shift and mend the armor breastplate. Because it's like plate armor breastplate, essentially. That she basically just made it fit her body. Like, to a T. But basically armor covering...
getting that off, bud.
Don't worry about it. That's where magic comes into play.
Bro, she just never takes off her fucking...
Never takes off her armor. Someone finally breaks it, like, in like some fight. She's like, "Oh, thank God I can breathe."
Them. What the fuck?
I can't, dude, you have no idea. I had that stuck on me for 11 years. You have no idea how much of a pain that was. Them standing up. How the fuck did you get it on? But she has a bit of an hourglass, but more of like a pear shape in size. Like the armor doesn't just cover the breast and the plate, like, you know, like the torso, but it does cover, like the arms as well. So she has like the shoulder pads, the elbow pads. It goes all the way up to the wrist, essentially. And, then she has this like black leather pants, essentially, that she wears. She, unlike the other guy, does not seem to have a weapon. But, you know, she's chilling. But I say that, but I'm pretty sure, because I pre-prepped her sheet just in case. I'm pretty sure she does have a weapon. I'm gonna double check here. Because I don't want to tell you wrong. I know the other guy did. They do need to be given names, by the way. But, yeah, no. You see her basically, like, again, similar to what he did. You see her, like, grab onto, like, a broken stick as it forms into a great axe.
Oh, lovely.
They just stand around. You have like a mixture of like different colored mushroom people. Some being more like bluish, some being more green, yellow, blue, purple. Just all sorts of colors.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna inform them where, for the druids, for the more druidic side of things, to go please help the oboes. They're about to have an aneurysm.
Yeah.
There.
So out of the 15, you see 14 of them give you a nod and go off. As all 14 of the 15 druids go off to go do that. And then you just have the lady standing there.
Perfect.
He looks at you like, so?
You want to work on defense?
Sure, who do I kill?
Okay, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, not yet.
Dude,
damn.
Dude, also, just the fucking...
Also, he's gonna slowly turn around and look for fucking Mistis, the fucking countess that was rooting for the fight.
Yeah, she's still there.
and I'm looking at like how the mine's going. Like it's almost like how's your job doing, bud?
The
How's your
mine's
area?
going great. We're on our 15-minute break.
Great.
It's gonna be so great. So great. We've already gotten mined in. A good little bit of the way. It's gonna be a bit though, because we have to make it by scratch. Didn't have a cave to build off of. Unless we take over that, I don't know, whatever that creature is over there. If we take their cave away, we could build into that. But for now, we're just having to work our way around the ruins.
Yeah, for the best.
Yeah. Perchance, perchance.
Dude.
How's the sleep?
Fucking, huh?
You sleep well.
Dude, fucking... I have such an arrangement of people.
Dude, meanwhile, you look over and Heisis is already actively flirting with the fucking mushroom guy. She's like, you see, like, you look over for a split second, like, he's trying to talk with the oboes, trying to concentrate, and you have fucking Heisis pressing her entire body on this man's fucking left arm, like, hugging it, like, hey, like, full on, like, brother, leave this man the fuck alone.
Yeah, that's a hoo-hoo. Moving on.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God.
God damn it.
Dude, yeah, yeah. So, what's the plan for today?
Yeah, so I need one more fucking monster, and I also need to find 3 fuck-offs that can die.
Yeah.
That'll be worth something.
That's true, that's true. Now, you do know, actually, luckily for you, actually more not you do know, but more of this is just a lucky thing. You would hear, you know, just off in the distance, you'd hear, Detrila go, hey, boss,
Huh.
down the mountain, I see the goblins.
Oh, thank God.
They're down there. So it looks like they've chosen to actually show up.
Oh, thank the gods. Let's hope it's not a war band.
I hope not. I'd rather not deal with the Hobgoblin tribe that wants us dead.
Yeah, I was trying to be peaceful. Let's see what happens there. Alright, let's go deal with that.
Alright.
It's just mostly, he also in his head is like, I'm not bringing... God, who can I bring? Oh, God. Who's not gonna be a murder hobo? Oh, God. No, not the Snowtails. That's not happening.
See, they start sassing the goblins standing here like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm grabbing the male Latimiria.
Okay, so you bring Hyphus. Or, no, sorry, Hyphus. So you bring, Festiferous.
Sis.
Surfest.
Fest. Yeah, dude, I hope he can fucking do something about Goblin. I guess first I'd ask him, do you know Goblin?
He looks at you and just goes, give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
You see him pull out a random book and start scanning it. And he just like, he gives like a very quick little look and just goes, don't ask how I got this. And then continues scanning.
Brother works for me.
You can see on the book, it says how to speak Goblin.
Thank the gods he has that. That is convenient as fuck.
Yeah, you bring in the idea. He probably took that from somebody.
It's just the slow rotate towards ISIS.
Dude. Here, just go, oh no, I wouldn't bother against ISIS. Wouldn't get it from her.
Okay. But then who? Whatever.
Let's just say they're the person that thought I was an owlin.
Alright, good enough reasoning for me.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, fucking...
They were supposed to be heading to that goblin camp. I may have stolen their book, so they're most likely dead now.
Oh no.
They were going to do try and get a peace treaty with the goblin tribe for their village. Oh well.
That's our job.
Exactly. In other words, I did purely to sabotage them.
Good, great.
Oh man.
I love the fact that there's now active knowledge that we're a problem. Moving on.
Oh yeah, no. Straight up, it's that thing of like, yeah, everybody like has their assigned roles. Nobody really leaves the village unless they're like brought with Count Dragos. Meanwhile, the male Adamir, like, I need to get the fuck away from all these others. Oh my god, leave me alone. Stop flirting. I'm going. Bye. Just finding out the most random information, like, hey boss, I found out this.
Dude, Dragos just sit there like, finally, someone does shit without direction. Thank God.
Oh god, yeah. But yeah, no, yeah?
He's having to, like, multi-run, like, all these differing factions, and he's just like, oh my god, I fucking...
That reminds me, I need to roll something. D100. Vilva, how you feeling today?
Oh, fuck, wait, no, hold on, wait a minute, you don't gotta do that, nah.
Okay, Vilva. What's your thought process? Okay, I know that. Cool.
Somebody's about to get super thighs. Fucking.
You never know, dude. You never know. Honestly, with this fucking campaign, who fucking knows, dude? Vilva's added such an odd twist to our fucking campaigns.
She's just a problem.
She is. Yeah, you get the feeling that someone has been messed with, so when they evolve, something may be a bit different about them than what could have happened.
Brother, who?
Who knows? You'll know when they fucking evolve!
God.
It also means that, like, if you get a blessing option from one of the Vilva monsters that you evolve, and you place it on the monster who's been chosen by Vilva to already do something on, that's just gonna get amplified.
Okay, well... If I recruit the goblins, unironically, I'll get the... Is that technically a monster? I don't know. I think it is.
Goblins in base D&D are technically monsters.
Okay.
Same thing with hobgoblins. They're technically monsters. So... in a weird way.
Bro. Alright, I'm heading down to the I've got Surface Fist, and then fucking whoever else. I don't know who. I don't want to fucking intimidate them too much.
All right. If you want someone else that could be useful without intimidating, weirdly the druid might actually be just a good option because he's just a calm person.
No, fuck it. Yeah, dude, it's the most I'm sorry to immediately pull you away, but we got goblins.
We got goblins? I need you over here.
Because I need someone who isn't looking like they're about to strangle a man for, his 7 cents and a toothpick.
Yeah, straight up, he is the most zen person. There's not a, shred of any other emotion than complete calmness on this fucking man.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, he just gives you a nod and just goes, right, well, if you can detach the Letamiria from me, that would be appreciated. Could you please stop pressing your body against me? Could you, if you just want to remove your hand... But come on. Oh, please, 5 more minutes.
Oh my god.
Come on,
No.
come on. Okay. You just hear
Dude.
she's just like, she's Lego, she's go like, contact me later. And he's like, I probably won't.
She'll find you. Hey, you don't really have a choice on that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm not going to bother.
Dude, I want to drag us into like, no, you're on your own there, bud. I'm sorry, there's not much I can do. Like, it's the most.
You can see her just go, and finally, when I find someone that actually has some, like, I don't know, attractiveness to some degree on them, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Man, whatever. Just the most. Just Dragos literally just goes, fuck it, I'm moving away.
Dude,
I'm not.
You can just hear her just talk about how she like complain about how every guy here is like a brick wall. Like, why don't they have more personality? Just the goofiest. Like, oh my god. Oh man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want this to be known. I'm looking at all this bullshit that she's I'm like, dude, if only I'd evolved differing monsters, they'd probably have more personality. But fuck you, Isis. I need decency right now.
God, that's fair.
I'm gonna be so fucking picky, and it's infuriating.
Hey, no, I mean, I get it. You gotta be picky to some degree. But, yeah.
Alright, fucking come here, goblins.
Alright, the goblins. You get up to the goblins, and it's like, you know, you have to, like, it's like they kind of meet you halfway. Like, when they start seeing that you guys are coming down from the ruins. So you guys kind of, like, instead of spending a full, like, half a day getting down there, which is, like, probably a 3-hour, like, walk, y'all kind of, like, meet each other in the middle, like, an hour and a half of just walking down the mountain to go meet up with these goblins and Hobgoblin. There is a Hobgoblin.
Oh my goodness, it's the guy who can read.
Yeah, it's probably like the one guy that's like, oh, it's a note. Surprised you knew to bring this to me, okay?
Dude, you can tell, Dragos looks just as surprised as he is.
Dude,
Like,
we love to see
Dragos
that.
saw that goblin walk off, and he was like, there's no way that's working. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, he goes, like, he comes heading down the mountain like, oh my god, it actually worked.
Yeah.
It's just-
Oh god. Yeah, you can see it's like this male goblin, like Hobgoblin with like this like red skin, kind of like black braided hair. With like just like some basic tribal clothing essentially. Who just kind of look to you. Like he has like a spear to his side. He just kind of look to you and just go, right. So you're the people that sent us the letter?
That would be me, yes. I think one of your goblins was attempting to... He set up a trap, but we caught him.
Yes, some of them are sent out to simply just try and capture food. However, some of their ideas and ways of handling and hunting isn't exactly the best. Though, again, goblins, we don't just eat animals, we do eat just people. So, he was probably
that's
more
fine.
looking to just grab travelers.
That's understandable.
Of course.
Well, I was... Wait, what is this? Oh my god. Okay, so... He'll go, well, I was wondering if I could extend you an alliance offer.
Go on.
I'm running a group. I'm leading a monster group. It's originally what we were, but I've evolved, and I can evolve others. I believe that's actually kind of weirdly enough, which, if I'm right, you've done. You've gained some measure. More intelligence than your average kind.
In a way, yes. That is the reason why I've been able to evolve, but yes.
Fair enough. I'm using more magic from a god to accelerate the evolution process.
That's fair. That's fair. It does take quite a while.
Yes, I evolved a week and a half ago? Maybe.
Something like that.
Not that long.
I evolved around a month or two ago, and that was by the help of a kobold druid that was just living within the forest. And I've been trying to teach my tribe how to evolve. But they don't soak in intelligence very easily.
Well, how large is your tribe?
We have 25 people, including myself.
Okay, Dragos will just get like, well, if you'd be willing, I would like to offer you to join my guild, my faction or group, whichever one you want to call it, and I might be able to evolve your people quicker. And you might get a bonus as well. I don't know.
We've been looking to, or I've been looking to evolve my people to begin with. So if you claim that you can, then I will take you up on that. If you're living up here, it'd be better that we live somewhat closer to each other, so I will have my camp moved.
He would just go, and you eating people works in our benefit.
Of course.
We're going to take over the island forcefully.
Well, I have an idea.
But we're gonna keep some of the two legs, as I've been calling them. But the people, the humans, and all the others.
Of course, of
We're
course.
gonna keep a few of them around for labor and, well, food.
Sounds good to
Most
me.
of them will die.
Personally, what I've realized is that when it comes to cooking humans, the best way to do it is to barbecue them.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Elves don't really make good food, so I wouldn't really bother with them. You can put them more to work. If you want to get good food, take someone like a dwarf or a halfling. They have more meat on the bones.
Got it. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind when we're trying to feed y'all.
Of course! Lupins are also good, but their meat is tough.
Interesting. Well, there's one two-leg I need to recruit because of someone else. Help me remember here. It's like a kobold with feathers, like a feathered kobold.
Yeah, it was a Mythlin kobold that's working as a bartender up in a nearby town. I actually forgot to mention, because that was like, when that bit was mentioned, it was in the one where we lost the recording because of the audio.
Yeah.
There was one other one that when we got to the next section that I forgot to mention, because she had mentioned for 2 people that she wanted to save. Because the other one that Mia wanted to save was a person that traveled with her around the world and also was infected and became a slime person because of what happened. So he's also just kind of been hanging out in the towns.
Yeah, so I'm honestly going to probably send her.
Okay.
Just go and collect them if she can.
Okay.
And she can take... she can take an Elfie.
An Elfie, okay. So the Elfie's being treated as a pet for safety reasons, so they don't get suspected. The Elfie's like trotting with her, like you see, like she has like a leash. She's like, all right, now just hold still. Let me just put some. Okay, now you look like a pet.
The Elfie. Okay.
This Elfie is like just trotting along.
Dude, alright, and then for protection reasons.
Yeah.
I can't send... I'll send one of the rune auras.
Okay.
I'm Druster. Yeah, I'll send a Druster with her.
So she'd actually like check to see if she can find a kimono or something of that sort. Because right now they're dressed a lot more barbaric. They're dressed in like similar to Count Urzog. These kind of like more like ragged monk clothes that they found in the old place. But it means that it's out of date in fashion, so it might raise some suspicions. They're like, why are you dressed like somebody from like back in like year 400? We're in year 1100. What the fuck is going on here? Because people aren't alive from that time anymore. There are very few people alive from that time. Yeah, so she does actually, I rolled. She did actually manage to, like, find, like, a pretty decent-sized kimono that looks a little bit more modern-esque. So she would just go, like, here, you're gonna look like you're someone that I hired from the dynasty as a mercenary to protect me. Because they saw me leave the village. So you're just gonna pretend like as if you're my bodyguard. Yeah. And then the Elfie's a pet I bought from the dynasty. Guards won't suspect that. They know me.
Great. Dragos just they're like, great. I'm just trying to get the Elfies to be able to do something. I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's also the most, like, I'm just picturing someone tries to cause a problem. The Elfie taps him. The fucking Druster decks the floating person.
They pull the fucking gut blasting off again like Team Rocket type of shit because the zero gravity is affecting them. Dude, the Druster just uppercuts them.
They just get sent to the moon and then the gravity comes back.
Yeah, dude, it's like, alright, the next turn, the gravity's gone. Alright, they go plummeting from 100 feet up in the air. It's like, alright, deck save, see if you can try and half the damage of that you're about to take with a good landing.
Good luck, bud.
Uh-huh. Oh, man, but yeah. Yeah, no, those three will head on off today to go try and round up those two people.
It was the most, like, I was trying to be careful, and when I said, I was like, I don't think Mia's gonna betray me, so fuck it.
Yeah. So they would have gone down a slightly different route, so that way, down the mountain, so that way, in case somebody does see them going down from here, they won't suspect that they're coming from the ruins. So they would take a different route compared to what they typically do.
Good.
But yeah, no, the Hobgoblin, I'll say that you did that before you went to go talk to the Hobgoblin, because I think that would make sense, because then you'd have to walk all the way back up,
just...
and yeah.
No, that was literally a whole, like, in my head, I was like, wait, no, legit, we need to get those fuckers, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how close we are to, like, nuking the city, but I'm just going to get them out of there.
I mean, like, I recommend, it's just me as a DM, but I recommend around, like, level 8-ish, like, to try and take on a town. Like, that's kind of my recommendation. You're kind of getting there. You're starting to get kind of there, honestly. Also, just seeing the mushroom girl, just going, gee, how did she not break her neck? I'm just sitting here like, I mean, honestly, mushroom caps really wouldn't weigh that much. They don't actually... I mean, granted, it is a massive one. But, like, that's probably more where the magic comes into play. Of like, you're fine, because magic.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
It's also her neck has, like, no mobility because of the fucking armor.
Yeah, again. Like, she can look around and stuff, but it's just like, she's not looking down too much. Even if she could, it's not like there would be anything to see for reasons. But, yeah, no.
Dude, I can't wait till some halfling gets underneath her and she just can't get to them.
Yeah, no, dude, I'll be straight up honest. If there is a creature that is small or tiny, and they get within 5 feet of her, she's literally just working with the blinded status, technically dealing with them. Because she can't see them. Straight up. Because not only can she not look down because of the piece of armor that she has around her neck, but even if she could, she would just see tits. Like, there's no nice way to say about that. There is no other way to put that. That is all she would fucking see.
I don't know. Like, I'm like, dude, the more Dragos looks at that armor, he's like, I might fucking get that neck piece changed.
Yeah.
That looks like a hazard.
Yeah. I mean, like, shit, if you want her to, you could have told her to get that changed before you went down there. It is adamantine. I kid you
Fucking-
not. There's 8 green breastplate called adamantine breastplate.
Alright, yeah, no, never mind. It can't be modified. She's fucked. Moving on.
No, she can get it modified. She can get modified. It's just that the blacksmith's got to figure out how to do it.
Brother.
She's got to sit there and go, all right, bear with me here.
Alright, yeah, no,
They're
we're gonna
pulling
let
strength
this
checks to try and curve it, like pull it down forcefully with his hand. Like, all right, give me a second. Oh god. Okay, but yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I know. He would just like to go right. Well, if you want our alliance, they'll suspect something if I completely move the camp. So, what I'll do is I'll make placeholder goblins to hold up the camp, and I'll move the main camp up into the mountains near here.
Okay.
So essentially, I'm going to tell the current goblins in the camp to go crazy with breeding. And then those new bred can go and handle and take care of the camp. And as for the people that are actually currently living at the camp, they can just go up top. I'll continue to control the one in the forest, though. So, you can handle the camp however you wish. Those people will be under your control. Well, I'll deal with the ones in the forest. The newborn ones, because they're going to need someone to tell them what they need to do.
That would make sense. Well, the more you have, the more that they'll evolve. So.
Of course. I give it a week. Goblins don't take long to age up. Within a week, they should already be teenage, and give it another week and they'll be a full adult. Goblins are relatively quick with fully aging up.
It's the most, like, bro, if I can, I'm gonna give this man a month.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
To just let the goblins just get as many goblins as there can be before I evolve them.
I'll be straight up. I mean, like, may I remind you, even after you do the evolution thing, they can still evolve. Remember that. Because remember, it's been proven with the auras, so you don't have to worry about that. But I'll be straight up, when y'all finally get to, like, go do your first raid and you plan to bring the goblins into it, I'm just going to roll a D100. Or maybe a few, counting on how long it's been, just to see how many goblins there are. Because the thing about goblins, yeah, they don't live long. But they're like Harrigan in the fact of they repopulate very quick.
Yeah.
That's the thing about goblins. And most small races. That's the terrifying thing about them. So. Yeah.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna go work on that. So technically you can now evolve yet another monster because you have gained a monster, aka the goblin. What are you wanting to evolve?
Oh my god. Not the fucking snowtails.
Damn.
Snooty ass fucking. Do I get to? Okay, I do get to claim a blessing, I think, from evolving fucking night vines, I think.
If you do night vines, you could ask the snowtails if they'd give a blessing too, but yeah.
Yeah.
The night vine's definitely guaranteed a blessing. You never ask the snowtails if they'd give. They're the type of people where it's like you gotta ask. Like they genuinely might, even if you don't, but you just gotta ask to find out whether or not they would.
Yeah, no, it's the thing of like I forgot to ask, so I'm like I'll get to that another day.
Yeah. So what monster's about to instantly evolve? But yeah, no, the night vines would give you a blessing, yes.
Fuck yeah. Dude, who's getting? Cause now I gotta pick somebody. I already blessed the Ubagabi.
This is truth.
But I also... You know what?
Huh?
I'm gonna say fuck it and pull a funny.
Okay.
We're gonna bless the Merc Seekers
Okay.
and then evolve them
Okay.
when they get back.
Alright. Oh, man.
This is the most like, oh fuck it, I need to get these guys out of the water.
Alright. So, like, so that means that, like, as soon as they, like, arrive onto the island, because they're, like, ocean bound, they wouldn't be able to get into the village to evolve. So, like, for the magic, it would probably more just reach them when they get to their area.
Yeah.
You'll probably see
With
them
their-
at some point within the day.
Fuck yeah. Dude, it's the most like he feels the magic surging and he's just like, oh god damn it. This one. I hope that's fine. I don't know when they're gonna be back. It's almost like in his own head, he's like, I don't know when they're gonna be back. I think they said like right about now. I don't fucking know.
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
And then there's just a Velva blessing going bye, and he's like, oh, that's either gonna go over great or terribly.
Oh. Oh god. Yeah, so that's awesome. So now they are blessed. This is just grand. Alright.
And I don't know where the fuck Vilva's little boon of the damned is hanging out.
The damned. Okay. Vilva, did you put down a boon of the damned?
No.
I know my
I
answer.
Dude, I don't know what boon she put down. I don't know, or if it was a bane. I don't know what she did. Which if it's a boon, that's a buff for the person. So a boon of the damned is like something weirdly hell related from a witch. Like that's insane.
So like it was that thing of like either she was gonna do like when she does something like for the sessions until you eventually evolve that one summer kitchen countess you have. Like, she could either end up doing a bane, a buff, aka a blessing. She does nothing. She applies a curse. Or she just grabs one of your people and goes, you know what? For the next 7 days, you are now 3 feet tall. Like, shit like this.
Alright, so once I've got the goblins sorted,
yeah,
I'm gonna head back to Selena
okay.
so I can talk to her and see what she's done. Because I know she's got like mountains of shit she was writing out.
Yeah. I'll see how she's doing with it. She's been working, man. Okay, so you approach her. And I want to mention, as you're like making your way over to the ruins, you do feel like there's just still someone at least kind of like keeping eyes on you. It's kind of like that weird feeling of like, I don't... And it's something that's uneasy, is the best way to put it. You feel uneasy. But you go up the ruins, you go talk with her. Huh?
Can I look around?
Yeah, you can look around, sure.
Yeah, no, I know Dragos, if he's feeling uneasy, he's not gonna just ignore it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, that's... I'm ass at perception. So, 17.
17, okay, let me see. Yeah, so with the 17, you don't really notice anything crazy. Like, it's just that there's just that sneaky suspicion of, like, something just feels off. You just don't know what. But you...
Oh, boy.
You can go and, you know... You can go and check out, see what's going on. So you talk with her, you meet up with Selena. She just looks at you and just go, oh, hey, boss. She's like, there is like a desk filled with papers. Like, she's had, like, probably one of the drusters just build her a bookshelf and, like, her little quarters. And there is just folders of stuff.
Dude, there's so much info here.
Yeah. She just looks at you and just goes, yeah. I'm getting there. I'm having to write a lot. It was easier to keep this in my head. For reasons. Obviously, that's no longer an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting there though. We are getting there. I'm making a lot of progress. I'm more than halfway done. So.
Okay. Here's hoping I don't have to keep holding back the magic for so long, because I don't think the witch is. I can't tell. I can't tell. I just feel uneasy.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. That is fair. I know at one point I got in my head her threatening me, so there was that. It wasn't like a mean threat. It was more just like she said, and I quote, that she would mess with me if I didn't start picking up the pace. So
Oh no, that okay. No, oh gosh.
yeah, I'm making sure I
Nah.
pick up the pace. Because at one point I thought I'd stall a little bit. And I'd be like, all right, you know what? I decided, because I was like, I really didn't want to like deal with her stuff and feel dumb. But like, I'm be real. When she started threatening me, she started saying how she would mess with me. Considering what she's already done to my body, I don't want to find out what else she will do. Just that natural. I'd rather not.
I get the personal feeling we would all die. It's just almost.
I don't. From what I know from that threat, it sounded more like she would less kill us and more just make my life more of a hell.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
I'm doing what I can. I kind of have to like work around what I have going on right now. So.
Yeah. There is the option of, I don't know when you'd be able to do it, but you could eventually make yourself like maybe an item that can make you smart.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and make that happen when I can.
As a player here, I know that's like around level 10, so I'm sitting here like, fuck.
Yeah, that is a little bit. It's just like it's gonna be a bit. That is a possibility. That she can do eventually, though. Yes.
Dude, it's the most like, all right, what level is she? Level 2. What level is everyone else? Level 5. Dragos is trying.
Yep. Oh man. As you would continue making your I guess, like what was your plan here? What's your plan here? Now that you, I guess, kind of got that out of the way, you got the hobgoblins down. You need to go kill some people. You could go meet up with the Merc Seekers up in their cave. So they actually know where to find your base, because they don't know where your base is at.
Yeah, no, I actually need to do that. Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna head that way.
Alright. Cool. So you're gonna start making your way over to the base. Are you bringing anybody with you?
We'll bring... Dude. We'll bring... Alright, weirdly enough, a lot of these people I'm saying, like, no, you're needed where you're at. Fuck.
It's that weird thing that people are always going to be busy doing stuff, so you just have to pull them when you need them, type of thing. It's that weird thing, because you guys are having to build a base, so no matter what, people are going to be busy.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll bring sugar.
Alright, sugar.
I don't think there should be violence, so I'm like, eh.
Alright, so you bring sugar. Let me grab sugar.
We'll bring sugar and...
Sugar.
Yeah, we'll leave everybody else, it'll be fine.
Alright. Sugar, where is your sheet? There you are, buddy. Okay.
And we'll get Hysis to come with, too, because I need her to leave people alone.
Dude, I love that. It's like everybody else like, alright, yeah, you have people doing their jobs, and then there's Hysis, who's just walking around like, hey, how you doing? Hey, leave them alone. Leave them alone, Hysis.
Let them work, please.
And then do their thing. Oh man.
Dude, I want to mention he's looking around. He's like, all right, once lodging's done, we'll work on other shit. But first, lodging.
Yes. Oh man. I'm gonna level them up as we do this. But yeah, you guys will start to make your way over to the you know, the main like beach area.
Merc Seekers.
Yeah, Merc
Yeah.
Seekers. To go find the Merc Seekers. So you guys will slowly start making your way through there. You guys would spend that half a day down again, another 3 hours because you had to go back up for that bit, to go grab them. So you go another hour and a half to get back up, no 3 hours back down. That's like the majority of your day is just going up and down the mountain. And then you start going.
Can I get a con buff from going up and down this damn mountain? Cardio.
I'd say
Just
eventually
be a shit.
it probably would start to buff your con. Y'all haven't gone up and down it enough. Because training to actually strengthen your con, like IRL, would take a bit. But eventually, yeah.
Dude, I just said that as a joke, but dope. Everybody's con goes up because fuck walking.
Oh, man.
We hate hikes.
We hate hikes, dude. Oh, jeez. But yeah, no, you and the Merc Seekers can go meet up. So you start making your way over to the cave. And as you start doing that, you'll cut through the forest. You get over to the ocean shore. You know, all the normal stuff. And eventually you will get there. And I actually do have pictures for them. I actually had this pre-prepped.
Well, what the fuck? No wonder
Yep.
you suggested it.
No, I just knew you wanted another intel-based, like another high, like relatively intelligent race, like into play. They aren't intel-based, but they are relatively high intelligence. So, oh god.
How are you guys with artillery?
Yeah. How are you with artillery? So straight up, you get into the cave, and there is probably around like 9 of them standing around. Standing, yes. They're no longer in the water. As the first one you would see is the male, because there's the male and the female, because you met 2 of them, so it's kind of that similar thing with the fungus, where it's like, there's probably a co-captain thing going on here. But you can see the male, like over here. I'm going to grab the picture and put it up on OBS, because I did not get them up on OBS, though, because I didn't know if you need them today or not, but they're here.
Bro, they went from like they're normal to no, they're not.
No, they're not.
What
yeah.
the fuck?
So they lost that metallic bone structured face that kind of looked more like a knight thing. So they look more like Trident-esque, quote unquote. They have gills that look almost like scars going across their entire arms so they can breathe underwater and on land. These basically bright, this guy has like a bright blue, aquatic blue, like hair that's very messy, like very, very wavy. That goes basically halfway down his back. He has a scar across his nose, fangs with like sharp teeth on the side, red eyes, blue dorsal fins coming out from where ears would be. He has these, like, relatively long eyelashes, and these, probably from, like, the villification, and these, like, very narrow, thin eyebrows. He has these, like, skeletal, I'll mention, compared to the other guys that you've got to where they've kind of got a little bit more buff, he's more of, like, that slender, high-speed, like, frame build. Like, his wrist is almost, like, to the bone, like, no meat on that fucking wrist type of body. He has these, like, skeleton-based hands. Like, you can see, like, the bones on the hands rather than seeing meat, type of thing. And these, like, sharp fucking claws. And it looks like he's probably just taking clothing from the ships that was in the ravines when they went to go find other Merc Seekers. They have this, like, dark blue skin. But he has this, like, dark brown tunic that's somewhat torn up, especially on the left sleeve. A golden necklace they probably took from some fucking ship. He's using rope as a belt, and then dark brown, that similar brown, as, like, pants. And you can see his, like, golden earrings on his, like, right dorsal fin on his head. And again, he just has that, similar to the actual picture, he has this very devious grin just on his face. As you would also see standing beside him, you can probably get more of an idea of what type of ship they raided from the other one, from the lady. Because she has straight up pirate clothes. She has a straight up pirate hat. As you see the other Merc Seeker. As you see this lady with, like, she's a little bit well endowed up top, but relatively still pretty skinny, petite frame overall. It's just that one area. Again, because of the vilification. I kid you not, I predicted you would straight up evolve them. I was like, when I was seeing her, I was like, he's probably gonna bless these people. Like, I have a feeling. So I went on my way to find a non-blessed and a blessed version for the woman. So this is the blessed version. You're welcome.
She still has decent sized thighs too.
Yeah, like, it's that thing of, like, she's still, compared to the other people that you've had, she's relatively petite, pretty skinny, but she still has, like, fucking thunder thighs. Like, let's be honest. This, like, massive, the guy as well, they all have these, like, massive tails, that kind of tote behind them. Relatively bushy yet wavy, bright blue aquatic hair that is, like, similar length as well. But she even, like, has hers kind of, like, tucking out and pushing out from underneath this, like, pirate, like, hat, probably for what was meant for a captain, with, like, the crossbone and skull, the Jolly Roger on it. It's pretty torn up. The, like tunic dress is the best way that I know how to describe it. It's like those very pirate-esque dresses, where it's like, it goes from the shoulders to, down to, like, halfway down the thigh, those type of dresses. But they have that, like, tunic cross-stitch in between to where the chest would be. So it does show a little bit of the inner cleavage, and then obviously you can see the upper area because it doesn't fully cover because it's torn. As, like, the left shoulder just doesn't hold on because that area of the cloth is just fucking gone. So it's like a little bit of the left sleeve is there that's still intact, which is, like, holding dearly for its life onto the chest. And then the right sleeve is fully on. It's trying its fucking best. You can see where, like, the price straps for the chest is to kind of keep this dress up. Kind of goes across, like, her neck and around her neck. Kind of like an X across her chest. And this, like, brown, like, leather cloth, like, slightly darker, like, slightly lighter brown compared to this, like, black dress. That kind of goes around as, like, a belt, quote-unquote. And she does have some, like, golden, like, bronze, I'd say more bronze, like, bronze chains that kind of go around the dress for, like, decoration. And again, that red eyes and, like, thin eyebrows and the sharp fangs. She has some gills up on her thigh as well as her, like, arm. The one last thing to mention is that, like, her skin is almost splotchy-like, because, like, she has that same, she has more of, like, a brighter blue skin, but there are some areas where it starts to get a little bit more dark. There are some of it that just gets darker because of shadow from, like, the cap, like, around her face, but straight up, just, like, her, like, around, like, her neck area, it just gets dark randomly, like, on random areas of, like, the arm and the thigh, and then it gets brighter, so she's kind of got a mixture of colors going on here when it comes to shades of blue.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the Mark Seekers. As you would see the two others go, well, good to have you back, Count Dragos. Good to see you.
Good to see that worked. I didn't know if you needed that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Apologies.
I wasn't 100% sure how the magic would reach you, but I'm glad it works.
I am too. We got to the cave and we started to feel as our tail began to split and our legs formed out of it, and then it tucked more into, well, a little bit higher up on our body.
Yes. Well,
everybody, this is Count Dragos, our leader.
Dude, Dragos is still like I know I as a person I'm like, oh, terror.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the group that murders for $1.
Oh god.
Bro, I just love the, like, alright, it was started out not that bad, right? Like, a monster's up and go, oh, it's just a funny little drunk guy. Oh, what he gonna do? Slowly, the monsters I've picked are getting worse and worse for the poor people on this fucking island.
Oh god! Oh yeah! And you guys would just kind of look at it and they just go, well, if you give us time, just tell us where to find the base because we never covered it, and we'll meet up with you. Or you could just take one of us and the other can help them pack. Actually, that might be a bit of a better choice. So
I can just take one of you with me.
Of course, you want me to go, or do you want me?
I feel like he definitely splits his head between this sort of like, God, why do y'all have to talk in tandem? I know why, but like, Jesus. Simple gecko brain has to compute. That's my explanation for Dragos on why he struggles, because I'm the player and I struggle.
That
All
is
right.
honestly valid.
All right, so higher or lower?
Higher or lower? Higher. Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm bringing the mail along.
All right. He looked to the female, or sorry, no, the woman Mercseeker. Look to her and just give her a bow and just go, if you excuse me, help them back. I'll be back.
Well, I just rolled, and it was like higher for higher for the woman.
Yep.
I rolled a 4, so I was like, fuck it, we'll bring him. I don't know. Yeah, you.
Right.
You spoke last. That's like it's.
All right. As he will tag along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you guys will basically just start heading back through the forest so you guys can show him where the base is at so he can then bring the Mercseekers with him.
Yeah, we won't take him all the way there, obviously. That'd be hell for him. Dude,
Yeah.
also, there's just the thing of like, dude, sugar is just here.
Yeah, no, sure. Straight up, it's like, I want to straight up let you know. It's like, all right, you and Sugar, who's just standing here, like, just looking up at you, like, do I kill? No, I don't kill. Like, not a word spoke, but it's that like look of like,
why am I here?
what am I? Are we killing people? Like, what's bloodshed, murder, homicide? And then you have you have freaking Countess Hysis over here, like just quietly in the background, like she was talking with like another merc seeker, like, oh, you got some muscles on you. Oh, look at you, like just already flirting with one of the male ones, just like, yeah, I really like your hair there. It's just he's standing there, like it for once. One of the people are actually like reciprocating it. Like, oh, thank you.
Yes, the prideful merc seekers. Yeah, just go ahead and bolster that fucking ego. That's what I do.
Oh,
dude,
man.
I shit you not. It is the most like Dragos in the back of his mind is like, I'm gonna have it. Like, dude, he's sitting there and he's like looking at all the things. He's like, I'm gonna have a heart attack when this shit's done. Like, I'm just like,
oh god,
I'm gonna die of a goddamn heart attack.
oh dude. So
if Heist doesn't quit her shit, I'm gonna have a goddamn heart attack.
Dude, yeah, that's fair. So,
dude, I feel like fucking Dragos might just drag Hysis along on a bunch of random missions. He's like, fucking leave people alone.
Yeah.
Goddamn. For the sake of my people, I'm going to drag you along.
Yeah. No, I feel like you definitely pull her to the side, and she just gives you that like she just like leans and just goes, well, how am I supposed to expound the Latimiria population if we don't make some things happen. Boss.
I'm gonna die of an aneurysm.
I'm just doing you a favor. I'm just getting us the numbers we need.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, he's gonna have an aneurysm and die. Like, and the universe does not need a goddamn fucking Latimiria Merc Seeker half-breed. Dude, I'm sorry. That's not what the planet needs. That's like, that's very quickly drifting into like, oh, that's an abomination. Oh God, that's horrifying.
Dude. Okay.
Like, dude, that's like a kobold axolotl on steroids. It's so much worse.
Oh yeah, very much. Yeah, but yeah, the Merc Seeker, he'll walk with you and just go, right, so, what is my name?
That's a good fucking question, bud. Dragos, that's a good fucking question. Orc name.
Yeah, so you just say, so Count Dragos just says out loud, staring into the sky, orc name generator. Everyone else, what the fuck? No, everyone but Isis goes, what the fuck? She looks in and just goes, she just like leans in, like kind of puts her face to yours, looks in the same direction, and just goes, maybe that one, third one from the top.
Okay, I'll take that one then, because that's actually not a bad name.
Alright.
Dude, I love the idea of like Drake's like, Arc Nay, there we go.
Alright.
I don't know. Merc Seekers seem very like they would have orc names. I don't know. That's
fair,
just
that's fair.
I don't know. It's just something about the like. So how's that bloodshed sounding? Fucking type vibes is what I'm getting.
they're like an elf met an orc's bloodline. They're like a terrifying blood elf.
Oh, and then we're gonna give the lady a siren name.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, who just let her know what her name is after? But he would look to you as like, you know, as you're like, after you give him his name, I'll just like, you can just type it in. I'll just put it later on. Yeah. So he would just go, now if I could recommend, if you want to work on dealing with the more, you know, ocean side of problems, we could have some of the Merc Seekers stay in the cave, and they can work on building boats.
Oh. I hadn't thought of that.
That is an option.
That's like a long-term prep. That's what I'm sitting there looking at. He's like, that's a long-term preparation for the seafaring human people.
Yeah. That's more just prepping so that when the Navy comes, you guys can actually handle it. You'll have some actual, equipment to handle their problem.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why, I just love the idea of, like, the Navy being like, alright, we're just going to investigate a simple problem. Why are we being shelled by artillery?
Yeah.
There's like 5 boats, but like 15 cannons, just mortars, just firing bombards on the fucking sailing ships.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be honest, if Dragos' end goal works, this island is going to be the most like fortress ass bullshit of just getting within miles of this island is a bad idea, because you're just gonna start getting bombarded by just mortar shells.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're gonna have mortar shells, you're gonna have expert archers up on the top because they're working on building like literal towers, and since they have to go up a mountain, they have a lot to work with there.
Dude, Dude, it's the most like, oh, what's the worst that could happen? The fucking random grunt that said that, the Admiral.
Yeah.
You dumb motherfucker. God damn it.
And you'll
Oh,
have
this just got so much worse.
you'll have the pitfall trap that they talked about having the mushroom people, the vine night vines making, as well as you have the spores on the spore mushroom mines built into the walls. So,
Dude, I'm gonna be real, right? It's the most like, at least from what I'm hoping, if they get to the island,
yeah.
I'm at least hoping at least half of them are already dead. Just from the bombarding of the cannons.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's the most like, did they make it? They made it to the island. That's one impressive ship, like turning and avoiding the constant bombard.
Mm-hmm. I'll be real.
Impressive work there.
Once you start taking over the one of the kingdoms, you'll start getting a bigger population because the monsters will actually start going, oh, okay, we can actually start like repopulating because we can make more soldiers, we can make use of them, type of thing.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry as much about resources and space.
Yeah, I just need to start once it's the most like, all right, we're taking over this section of the forest. Hi, everyone. Don't destroy the forest. Fucking god.
Yep. Oh, man. But yeah, no, you guys can start, you never gave me the names. You can just type it into the visuals, or
yeah,
you can
no.
say it out loud, but...
Yeah, no, okay, so the alliances, we've got, where'd it go?
I don't know.
Where?
I don't know, man. What do you mean, where did it go? The
Yeah,
name?
okay, so we have Count Zugag, and then Countess Circe.
Okay. So
It's
Circe
in
and
the,
Zugag.
yeah.
Okay.
You said third one from the top, and I was like, that's Zugag. That's actually not bad.
Alright.
It's like you got orc and siren names.
Yep.
It's just...
But yeah, no. You guys would finally get over to like the main like peak of not the peak of the mountain, but like the edge of the mountain, so you could at least kind of like point in the main direction, like there. You know how to get to the mountain. Just head up, so you don't spend 3 hours of your time and another 3 hours going back down to go tell people.
Yeah, it's the most like, you see that smoke?
Yep. As you like begin to kind of like show them in the main direction, you would hear just soft whistle, and that is where we will end off today's session. Yeah. Heck yeah. There it is. There's that paranoid feeling. That's where good old Dragos gonna realize. No, I felt that for a reason.
God damn. Like, I want to mention, as that whistle, just the most like, god damn it, I was right.
Yeah. But thank you all for watching this episode. You can find more of the Monster Campaign up on the Lost Shipyard, up on YouTube, or on Spotify, up on Lost Harbor Tavern, once I get it up there. I have to get everything caught up. It genuinely is taking forever to get it caught up. But also on top of that, we also have more campaigns that you can find on Lost Shipyard, such as Standard Campaign, and Amnesia Campaign, Duped Campaign. Whereas also, if you go to Lost Harbor Tavern, you can find some other stuff over there, like the Hidden Garden Campaign, Katsu Campaign, Roman Harbor Campaign, all that stuff. So, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.